Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we enjoyed Evan Williams cherry flavored, whatever it was. Cherry flavored alcohol. How about I just stick with that?
Good stuff.
All righty. We see a bunch of people in.
All
so
right.
say hello, Mr. Magazine.
First here is nice Nanette. She's in the house. How you doing? Awesome Antiquarian's in the house. Marvelous Metal for Gemini. Marvelous Michael's here. Jazzy Jeff's here. How you doing? And that's what we got going on right now.
And Nanette, jump into the main topic. I resell for fun, not only money. I have to love what I sell. And we've been gone for a week. Just opened my store again. Uh-oh. May take a little while to get re-indexed.
Lovely Linda's here. How's it going? Dandy Dave's here.
Good evening.
And Dandy Dawn is here.
Dandy
Dawn.
Curveball.
Oh, and she knows something that I don't know.
8 weeks, 2 days,
Wow.
exactly.
It seems to be dropping like a week, per week.
Going down once. It's weird.
Crazy.
It's very weird how that happens.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Great to have you aboard. It's going to be a fun show tonight, as always. And we're going to start it off as we always do. How are sales? How are your sales, Mr. Magazine?
Well, let's see. If we go back to the weekend, they were not very good for eBay. eBay was horrible. I can't remember if you said they were horrible for you as well, but
we'll find out after
they
the
did
break.
Pick up a little bit this week, a little better. Website's good, DVD site's good, Amazon's pretty steady. I can't complain there. Definitely better than eBay right now. Again, eBay is what it is. If we're listing good stuff, fresh good stuff, we're going to sell it and do better. If we're relying on the old inventory, crap.
How about everybody else out there? How are all of your sales? Let's see. I remember when it was like 64 weeks. What happened? There you go.
Yeah. Marvelous moving on's in the house.
Nice. Very good. Good to see you. Be careful in the snow tomorrow. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Cool Collie's here.
Sales been pretty steady. That's good.
All right.
Good to hear. Good sales.
All right.
Okay. Sales have not been very good. Oh, Michael, bucking the trend. Had a good weekend, a stellar Monday.
That's a big word.
Decent Tuesday, and crickets today.
Wow. Crazy.
Sales have been better than December.
I agree with that for eBay at least, yeah.
Wow. Well, since Mr. Magazine's
How about you?
asking me, thank you. Tuesday was horrid, but I blame that on the long weekend, and I think a lot of people went back to work. And usually after a long weekend, the day after it tends not to be very good. Because
or the Bills playing on a Monday night game. A lot of people, they take off work the next day. They think it's like Super Bowl Sunday because they won.
Could be. It was a busy weekend as far as football goes and all that kind of stuff. Sales are okay as long as I remember to have markdowns going constantly. My mom's sales are putrid. That's not
Marvelous
good.
Mr. Hot Wheels is here. How are you doing?
Nice and steady.
Right, that's good.
But otherwise, other than Tuesday, sales haven't been bad. I can't complain. Yeah, pretty good everywhere except
that's what we want, I guess. But you won't sell a lot of inventory, but you'll make a lot of money.
Now heading on over to the other sites. Promoted 15 out of 38, so running about 45% promoted. Which
is the number getting smaller? Seems like it's getting smaller.
The sales numbers, yeah, they're going down a little bit, but again, it happens.
Super C's in the house. How's it going?
And I'm going to be, again, after I retire in 8 weeks, 2 days or so, I hear, I'm going to begin to manage the store, and I'm going to take a lot of things off promoted. I'm not touching anything, not changing anything up until then, because I'm just more worried about the day job till then. Offers report, 61 older out of 134 total. Last year, I had 188 in the same week. So it's, again, it's quite few lower offers that I was able to make week on week versus a year ago. So it was 188 a year ago, 134 this week.
All right. Awesome. Are you Mike?
Guten Tag. $1 Million Peddlers. We sold 2 items. Etsy, I sold 7,
wow,
including 3 today after I got off the day job, 2 of which I tried to give people tremendous deals over on Whatnot, and nobody wanted. Speaking of Whatnot, you definitely want to stop by on President's Day because we have a guest auctioneer that day, 3 p.m.
Am I supposed to say something?
That would be you.
Oh,
You're supposed to say
it's me.
I think you're supposed to say, I'm really excited about my
I'm so
opportunity to
excited
auction.
about it. I think I'm auctioning off Scotty Dog
Yep.
memorabilia.
Scotty Dog Collection. And you definitely do want to check this out. It's over 3 p.m. over on Whatnot on President's Day. I believe it's the 19th. Maybe 10%, maybe 15% paper, a lot of non-paper stuff. And the great thing about that is we don't know or care about the value of it. We want the stuff gone. And I do know, and I don't know if you looked through anything at all you gave me, there was a piece, I called it cut glass. I don't know anything at all about glass except enough to know I think it's cut glass.
Well, that's not the one that broke that you cut your hand on.
No, that was just a bonus. It was cut glass. It had a $45 price tag on it. And Mr. Magazine bought out the contents of an estate sale. The estate sale people felt it was worth $45. I put it up for $3. It does have a pre-bid on it already for $3.
Oh, nice.
It could be really, really good. I don't know. I don't care. Or you don't care. We just want the stuff gone. So it's definitely going to be some bargains in the non-paper item stuff because, again, we don't know what that stuff's worth, and it isn't anything we're going to ever learn. So there'll be some good buys over there. Speaking of buys, has anybody out there bought anything? How about you, Mr. Magazine?
A little bit through the shop. I've been getting some vintage toys, Star Wars, the mask, those little miniature mask figures from the 80s. Picked up some of those, some He-Man. Not much in light of sports memorabilia, a couple autographs here and there. But again, Aaron is just piling up areas to travel all over the Eastern Seaboard in the next couple weeks. He's going to, Connecticut, maybe, definitely New York City.
Oh, that's fun traveling in the winter.
Yeah. Let's see. A couple other areas I can't remember. But there's about 5 different deals going on. So I think he's going to drop off a load to my shop, get some money, then drive over to Brooklyn, and then scroll up and down the
wow
highways over there.
Doesn't look like anybody else is buying anything out there, or else the comments froze, one or the other. So I ended up going by Friday. I was driving around a little bit and I went by an estate sale and I didn't have time to stop. I said, okay, I'm going to go on Saturday. So I went to this estate sale. We'll see what. Only bought 8 items at New Bin Store. Otherwise, I have enough to list. Just don't we all?
Yeah.
So I said, Saturday we're going to meet Random Neighborhood Kid for lunch. Did you go? Speaking of which, speaking of Lori, have you gone to the new Mexican joint over on West Ridge Road, right up by your house?
Yeah, it's very good.
That I've never seen a bigger menu.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
They have cow tongue. I'm going to order that next time I'm there.
They have a huge bar, and their price is a little high, but I think it's well worth it. I mean, they're busy when we go in there. So, but if you like, did I tell you about the corn on the cob?
Oh, that's really good. The street corn.
Yeah, the appetite. Oh, I get it every time. It's awesome. Except they always bring it out like after my meal. I don't know why, but it's very good.
Yeah, so I'm going to get cow tongue next time. I got the lamb last time, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, so I was driving around and went to this estate sale and went in there. And first thing I see, they have a table up front and they have playing cards. And they've got like a pack of, the playing cards you would have gotten on like United Airlines.
Yeah.
And they want $2 on it. I'm like, okay. And remember how they did like some of the NASCAR playing cards and all that stuff, the collectible ones?
Sure.
One of those packs they wanted $10 on. I'm like, $10. Those retail for like $4 to $5 last I knew. I'm not paying $10 for it. No. I go, oh boy. Well, guess I'm not going to buy anything here, but let me keep walking around. All of a sudden, the next room, they had a bunch of songbooks with some jazz stuff in there, $1 a piece. I'm like, well, I can make money on that. So the books were absolutely cheap. I ended up making this big pile, like this much stuff. I ended up getting home. After I got home, there were like 30 items in there. Wow. A lot of calendars from the 2010s, but they're all horse calendars with nice art in them and everything like that. So I'm putting together my more mint jelly. There you go. More cowbell. So I'm going around the sale and there's these 2 little old ladies. One works for the estate sale and the other, I think they might both work for the estate sale. They're trying to move this dresser down the stairs.
Oh, geez.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I'm stuck upstairs because I can't get by them. I said, would you like some help? Oh, would you? I'm like, yeah. Suppose you 80-year-old ladies trying to carry this dresser down. I had trouble with this dresser. It was a freaking heavy dresser. So I ended up getting it all the way, and obviously they helped as well. But I took the bottom side in case it fell and all that. And we were able to get it out to the person's car. kind of interesting because most of the time they will not allow you to do that. Most of the time the estate sale don't want to touch anything. You're on your own for moving stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, to let a customer of your place carry the stuff. I mean, granted, I'm not going to let these old ladies do it, but to let a customer do it, that's unprecedented. They don't want the liability on that, obviously. There's a young lady named Kate Co and whatnot. She does 17,000 high-end women's clothes per month, or 170 grand per month. She is 18.
That's a lot of items daily if you break it down.
That is a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, where is she getting it all in bulk? Because she's 18. She's not going to store to store to store. Or garage.
She's got to have, and it's
some connection on pallets or something, and that's a high amount.
Yeah, but even
that's
there,
like the one you showed me.
It might be, might be. But even there, again, who's going to sign off the credit on an 18-year-old until she's really established herself? Yeah. Wow. But the crazy thing about the sale, beyond me, winter storms. But the crazy thing about moving all that stuff down and getting there is the sale was full price unless you spent $10 or more, in which case it was half price. So if I found 5 $1 books, it was $5. If I found 10 $1 books, it's $5.
You never think these things through. You never think them through.
Oh, all right. That's cool. You have to look that one up. Imagine like the poor sap that buys 9 books. Like, I don't want any more books. Yeah, well, then it's $9. If you get one more book, it's $5. Yeah. I don't want another book. So I ended up buying, I brought all this stuff up to the counter. Lady starts counting my stuff. She goes, 1, 2, 3. She goes, you know something? I don't care. It's $6.25.
Whoa. I
go, okay, that's an odd price to come up with. So $6.25, and I bought 30 items. I'm still trying to figure the math out on that one.
Is a quarter for like the bag she gave you?
I don't have any idea. 6 1/4 for 30 items. So I believe I'll make some money. Some of the stuff's going on Whatnot. Some of the stuff's going on, a couple things going on Etsy. So decent buy over there. And I was able to get everything listed too. That's the other positive. And then I got a call out of the blue on Friday. Hi, do you buy old photos and paper? Like, yeah. No idea how the guy found me as far as at the time. I ended up setting an appointment, go over there. Finally, he told me it was another dealer that we both know that had come out and didn't want the stuff. Overpaid as far as he's concerned, but paid fair as far as I was concerned, because he wouldn't give me a price. And I said, something, I can give you $150.
Yeah, Don just sold the magazine.
Nice.
Come on, get it going. Woo,
woo, woo, woo.
Congrats.
I gave him the offer of $150, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'd sell for that." And just how quickly he said that,
I get nervous when I do that too. They jump at it. I think like some guy just came in today with like 200 sports magazines, which I normally don't buy, but half of them had the card sheets in them and Tough Stuff Juniors in Sports Illustrated for Kids. And I'm like, geez, $100 seems low. And he did the same thing. Oh, they'll take it. Didn't even hesitate.
But something, I sat and thought about it. The best 2 items out of there I can sell and be in the money. I got 80 items for $150, maybe 90 items for $150. Yeah. I paid fair on it. He was very happy with it. And it kind of ties in with the video that we put up last Tuesday, as a matter of fact, yesterday, if you haven't seen it already, where we're talking about, something, treat people right when it comes down to it. He was very happy with the price. Could I have gotten it for less? I'm sure that I could have, just by how quickly he jumped on it. I'm sure I could have. But something? I'm going to make money. And he's happy. And it was a fair price. So quite happy about that overall. And, what am I going to do? Sit there and once I make the offer, it was a fair offer. I can't exactly go. No, exactly. I was kidding. I meant 75
euros.
All right, we're going to head on into glitch of the week. So it's running into. Are you running into the offers not being accepted but not being sales?
No, I don't believe so.
A subscriber reached out to me, did have that problem. I've not seen that problem recently, so hopefully they're scaling that back, although a subscriber did have that problem. However, I did have a problem where a guy bought 3 items at auction. He was overseas, would not allow me to combine them. He had to pay separately, but then after he paid, they all came through on the same invoice after he paid. So I was able to ship them all together. I'm like, okay, this poor guy paid extra, but I don't see any of that money. That's between him and eBay because, I don't see that money.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with any of that stuff, but that happened. Thursday morning, total meltdown on eBay. Don't know if anybody else had this problem or not. Subscriber wasn't able to send out offers on the app, so he was having that problem. I went to list stuff. It said, you are using business policies, which is not supported by this listing tool. Now, remember how they pushed us to use listing policies? Yeah. Well, apparently, somehow or other, it defaulted to some new listing tool it has for casual sellers. And so I finally figured out how to click through to my regular listing. And it's like, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm a casual seller. Because it's like, this is for, this is perfect for casual sellers who list a few items, a month. I'm like, no, I list more than that. So I had to click through, and then I couldn't find the custom SKU on it, which I use all the time. So I had to list the item. Then I had to go back, find it in my seller hub, add a custom SKU number, and then click sell similar. And then it was able to show up in the next listing. But that's an awful lot of hoops to jump through to be able to get a custom SKU on there. It's kind of crazy on that. And that was a complete meltdown on that. You sent over somebody or other for me to give a refund to. I went to give a refund. Now, they bought one item. And I don't know if you've given refunds on eBay before?
Yeah.
And you know how there's two spots you can give a refund? You can give a refund on the item, or you can give a refund down below for the order level refund.
I do that one. Yeah.
I went to do that. It wouldn't let me. It said refund amount is invalid. So I went to give a $7 refund. It said it was invalid. So what the heck is going on? So then I put $7 on the line of the item, and it let it go through. So apparently if you use the one line, it won't.
Rod's in the house. How's it going?
That's kind of crazy. Then you were having some problem on Monday morning.
What was that? It was a long day, a long time ago.
With your internet.
Yes.
And Tuesday with your internet.
I had to reset it, and it finally worked. It wasn't slow. It was lagging. We had the Spectrum trucks outside, the cable trucks, and 1 a.m. I knew something was up, and then you said it was slow, and it was slow, but then it was slow the whole day. And then the next morning, it was almost not working at all, so I just reset the router, and everything was good.
Another issue which I noticed, if you're listing magazines and using the item specifics, if I list a April 1991 magazine, no problem. If I then list a March 1994 magazine, no problem. However, if I list a May 1991 magazine, it doesn't drop the old month off. So now you have 2 months in there. So if you're not changing the year on the magazine you're listing, if you're listing magazines all in order, you have to check the month, and because it'll keep accumulating months in there. I don't know why it does that. If you don't check the year.
Now that's in the house. You sold a postcard for $15. I have to be fair, because if I've ignored the net, and then that would not be fair, because we made a big deal about that. So good for you. Sorry to interrupt you. That was way more important than what you were saying.
You're right. I can't argue.
I'm trying to keep warm. How about you?
No problem until tomorrow, but that's a whole other story I'll tell a little later. I have cable internet. When it's really cold, they have to come over and
That's what they were doing, because it was cold. Definitely.
There you go.
All right.
I definitely do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then I had a problem with my Logitech keyboard. The cap lock just went on and I couldn't get it off. So I'm typing everything in capital letters. Looks like I'm screaming the entire time. So I ended up changing the keyboard, and I stuck it over in the corner and told random neighborhood kid, next time you come by, figure out what got glitched on this keyboard.
I wish the number lock would get stuck, because you hate that one.
I do hate the number lock. You're absolutely right. We're going to head on into item of the week. And it's a magazine this week.
Ooh, wow.
Famous Monsters 226. Graded.
Is that the front of it?
9.0.
Wow, that's really cool.
With Kiss Gene Simmons on it.
Wow.
It's a 9.0 graded magazine. You know what this went for at Heritage Auctions? The regular bid.
$50.
$1.
What?
Exactly.
That is crazy.
Exactly.
What does it cost with all the fees and shipping and all that?
$29 for the
so shipping with all your stuff, though.
Yeah. So $30 I have into this.
What is it worth? It's gotta be.
It's actually not that great of a magazine, but ungraded, so cool. It's only about a $20 to $30 magazine. But this is
new,
graded.
It's not that new, is it?
No.
Wow. Wow.
But occasionally you can pick something or other off up over there. I'll be selling this at some point. If anybody's interested, which I'm sure a lot of people are going to be emailing me after the show.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great artwork. Yeah, like always.
Just one of those deals that every once in a while you can get lucky on a site like that. And I just kind of threw it in just to say, why not? What the heck? Who knows? Maybe nobody will bid on it. Ha, 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 ha. And it ended up happening. And I don't understand it.
It's going to cost you 40 to 50 to grade it.
Yeah, I don't understand how something like that. And 9.0 is not a bad grade by any means whatsoever. On that over there. So pretty cool item right over there. I'm sure things will be, people will be emailing me after the show for that one. Oh, thank you. Definitely do appreciate that. Appreciate hearing that. My phone went dead today when bidding on your whatnot. Oh.
Well, you'll know what you missed out on when he sells it on Etsy in a week or two.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
Cool. Karen's in the house. How's it going?
Got a fair number of insulting offers like that on your wall. Yeah, that's an awesome magazine. Reset my payment and shipping before it would take a bid today. Okay, so Whatnot's, and I heard Whatnot did glitch yesterday around 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I heard that it melted down again.
That's shocking.
Meltdown of the week. So insulting offer of the week, where we bring in the everybody's favorite prop. We turn into Carrot Top, and we have the band hammer. So Mr. Magazine had a signed.
I was a little more active on offers.
You were?
Yeah.
You had a signed photo for $29.02. They offered you $10. It was for Nikki Knockers. Is that a scientist?
Yes.
So
yes.
The famous Dr. Knockers. $29.02 offered 10. Mr. Magazine had a 1991 Junkyard Toxic Crusaders. Must be an action figure.
Mm-hmm.
$95.51 asking, offered $10 on that. That's crazy. That is insulting. Then you had, and I think you've mentioned this before where you got this from, Dave Andrechuk signed card, limited to 10, $94 offer, or $94 you're asking on it, a $20 offer.
I mean, try and pick him up at a show. He's got to be $50 to get a signature, and it's a numbered out of 10 card. That's crazy.
Ryan Howard, Sports Illustrated, $10.79, a $1 offer. PS3 remote for 18. Guy offering 6, rejected, offered 8, stating it was killing him. Sorry, no. It was a funeral home. Offered 12. Nope, sold next day for the full 18. And I always love when that happens. Always love when that happens. Mr. Magazine had a Dr. Knockers. Paging Dr. Knockers. Paging Dr. Knockers.
Jesus.
Nice. September 1985 Playboy with Madonna, graded 7.0. This guy obviously thought you were Heritage. You were asking $313. He made a $68 offer on that. Ouch. Then you had a Mickey. This is a great one. You had 2 jars, a Mickey and Minnie Mouse ceramic cookie jars. So 2 cookie jars. You're asking $71 total. Offered $15 on the 2 jars.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Rain's in the house. How's it going? Carl's here as well.
4 times. This one is great. So I was asking $22.22 with free shipping on a May 1956 4 times. The guy offered $6 and put a note in it. I'm afraid to offer more due to the condition. I declined and said, I'm afraid to accept the offer as I'm afraid to lose money. I didn't hear from him again. It's weird. It's weird. Customer issues. Mr. Magazine asked me to respond to some negatives. He had a negative over on Amazon. Did you read your negatives over there?
I remember reading them and telling you to fix them if you could.
Mr. Magazine had a negative over on Amazon that read, in full, why are people so sad in this world? I responded, because people leave negative feedbacks with no context.
Now, could you get that one taken off?
I tried. They wouldn't let me. They would not let me.
Let that slide.
They would not let me. That's why I responded back. People leave negative feedbacks with no context. Mr. Magazine had another problem over on Amazon. The seller or the buyer reached out to him. I returned an item to the seller, but UPS put the wrong label on it and sent it to Wisconsin to my friend for Christmas. The seller of this item got her Christmas present. I'm hoping the seller will help me out with this. Maybe an email so I can get him a UPS label, and my friend will do the same so everyone can get the correct package. Now, what do you think the odds are that UPS put the wrong label on?
0. But like, I didn't get anything yet. I'm supposed to get something from them by mistake.
You're going to get a Christmas present.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Thank you. And then you had a problem over there with a guy. I've already
Welcome to our
explained
world. Yeah. This is everyday affair.
You had a Star Trek ornament where the guy bought 2 but only got 1. So what ended up happening with that?
So yeah, we only sent the puller only sent 1. We had 2 of them, so it was a mistake. We said just return it. Again, eBay's going to refund you. We got the 1 back, and it was an empty box.
Oh,
so he felt he needed to keep something out of it to and get a refund on it.
Oh. Mr. Magazine had a problem trying to sell catalogs to somebody who swore up and down that those could go media mail. He responded to Mr. Magazine, look at your category, catalogs. You can print an eBay postage rate for media mail. The advertisement aspect is for current publications. The ads in the old catalog aren't valid and are not considered as such. Been doing this since 1997.
So have we.
So I responded back to him. I said, I wouldn't be quite so proud about ripping off the post office since 1997. I'd probably keep that a little bit quiet. We have no interest in doing business with you because we know they cannot go that way. Happy hunting. Have good luck in future
met
endeavors.
With the postmaster twice years ago about this situation because we were doing that back in the day. No advertising.
Yeah, but I don't believe I would be bragging that I've been ripping off the post office since 1997. But what do I know?
Well, and just because it's in that category and it allows you to print that doesn't mean you can print that.
No, because I could put a piece of glassware in as a catalog,
yeah, exactly.
miscategorize it, and be able to print it. I've noticed that I'm getting more Amazon cancellations than usual. Have you noticed that, Mr. Magazine?
I get at least 1 a day, sometimes 2.
Yeah, I'm noticing more of those than usual. 2 this week, which is a lot for me. I get 1 every few weeks. I got 2 this week.
Totally. Tom's in the house. How's it going?
So the a-hole will send you the label, and you'll be liable for the fallout, if any. Yeah, right. And how much money are we saving the guy? That's the other question.
Well, he's making a low offer. I mean, it's just crazy nonsense.
Oh, one thing you do need to know on Amazon is they will relist cancellations automatically. And I found this out the hard way a long time ago because I couldn't find something and I canceled it. And then I sold it a couple of weeks later. I said, how did this sell again?
Yeah.
It just automatically relist if you cancel it. Your buddy Aaron found a comic collection in Chicago on Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
$2 a comic. All stuff from the 90s. But as the guy wrote in there, it has first experiences. So if anybody out there collects first experiences of comic book characters, we can hook you up.
Good time.
Getting a lot of lowballs, some claiming market value. Yeah, there you go. Well, if it's market value, you'll be able to find it easily. Buy elsewhere.
Yeah. Why do they want it from you then?
There you go. Mr. Magazine, I guess, had a problem where somehow or other he printed something or other out, eBay item, international shipping, but the eBay IOSS number did not come through, which means the person had already paid customs, but because Mr. Magazine shipped it a different way as opposed through eBay, the person had to pay customs again. Yes. So yeah, it's a little brutal. We had no idea whatsoever. They sent him a little notice in there on how to bring over the customs number. You can't just put it on the label. You have to electronically send it, yada, yada, yada. So
what did we do? Well, obviously I printed that through stamps of it, and then where do I get this IOSS number?
It's somewhere in that email. It told you how to do it.
So if I can't just print a label from stamps and do that again, the same thing's going to happen?
Yep. Correct.
We better go over that Monday because we got a couple internationals.
Yep. Christie's is having a Sir Elton John auction coming up. A lot of like rare photos and all that kind of stuff. So if you are into photos, you definitely want to head over to Christie's and look that up. Be interesting to see what stuff goes. How long does it take to prep for my Whatnot show? Realistically, like I've got a small pile of books over there that'll be going on Whatnot. And as collections come in, I pull stuff out. I got a bunch of ephemera over there. So setting the shows up doesn't usually take too long. Probably takes about 45 minutes to set up the show with the pictures, maybe 35 minutes to set up the show with the pictures. So you're probably you're talking under an hour into prepping the entire show generally. Now that Scotty Dog show took a little bit longer because that's not stuff that I had to figure out how to sell that stuff. And you get to figure out how to auction it off.
Can't wait.
It's going to be fun to watch you trying to describe the stuff.
A little less than a month is what we're talking about here.
We're talking President's Day, 3 p.m. Eastern special time to accommodate Mr. Magazine. Customs issue sounds like a future episode on $1 Million Peddlers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of I can't read my writing. Bernunzio Uptown. I can't read my writing and I typed it. That's hard. Wow. I can't read my typing. Bernunzio Uptown Music in Rochester.
Nope.
Apparently, they have a rare 5-string Gibson banjo up for sale. It's the only pre-war banjo 5-string ever made by Gibson.
Wow.
They're asking $250,000
Where
on
did they
it.
get that from? Any idea?
A customer of theirs has had it for a long time.
They knew
The family,
good,
yeah. Oh, they knew it was very good. Yeah,
so they're
yeah.
selling it for him.
They're selling it for him on
Wow.
consignment. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean, would you do? I mean, they must know them, but like, is it the best place to sell it? Not Heritage or somewhere? You know what I mean? So, where are they selling it on eBay?
I don't know where they're selling it at. I guess if you contact Bernunzio Uptown Music in Rochester for a rare 5-string Gibson, tell them the $1 Million Peddlers sent you. For my first show or whatnot. Okay. Yeah. Message me through over here. Or what's my hello at papergoy.com.
You're asking me.
I'm asking you. Contact me over there and I'll give you some tips on that. So hello at papergoy.com and I'll give you some tips on that there. Are you going to be going to the toy show at Village Gate?
When is this?
Exactly. So apparently it was canceled because all the vendors who sent their checks in got their checks sent back to them with no explanation.
Weather? No, you don't even know.
The theory is that the rent was increased.
Oh.
And so
like at the last minute?
Well, but he may have been taking applications at the last show and then been told, no, I got to charge you more.
If the show was going to go on, when would it have been?
That I don't know. I just know that I heard about it at the estate sale after I was done lugging, helping little old ladies doing my good deed. That's what I heard. You seem to be getting a lot more canceled bids than ever too. Like canceled, like people putting bids on items and then saying cancel this.
When sales go down, I get even less sales. That's great.
Did you see that seasonal book listings are now gated on Amazon? So that's another gated category. Book? Apparently, yeah, but I don't know how they figured out what a seasonal book is. I don't know, but
so I told you we had an issue with our employee listing the records their way,
right?
And there was a whole box of good Beatles stuff, and some sold cheap because they weren't, the pictures weren't good, the description wasn't accurate, so we ended all of them anyways. And to make a long story short, I said to my computer guy, I go, hey, why don't you see if we can list these from scratch on Amazon?
Right.
So he submitted it, and we got the green light to ungate for listing records from scratch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he tried 2 of them, and they worked. We were worried it was just for like the one record you put
in.
And then he tried a couple of them, and they worked. So
nice.
We're going to try to have sports cards. That's hit and miss. That comes and goes. Sometimes they let us.
I think we're gated. We're ungated in that.
Not for scratch, though. Only if it's in system.
Oh, okay. And you're aware of porch pirates?
It sounds familiar, but you mean stealing stuff off? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and they've got people like actually that will follow the Amazon truck along and then run up and steal stuff. So the driver drops it off and the guy runs up and steals the stuff off the porch. Whoa.
And rides in the house.
Oh, thank you very much. Definitely do appreciate that. That definitely does help. Thank you. Thank you very much. Awesome. Do appreciate that. Ration buyers making offers and not paying. Okay. So you got the porch pirates out there. Don, you need to know this. In Canada, Canadian police said, do not post the picture of the package thieves because people will get things stolen and they'll be posting the pictures. You're not allowed to do that in Canada because it's a violation of the privacy of the thieves.
What the heck?
Wow. So
They're
do
so
not.
nice in Canada.
They're very nice.
So nice.
So Don, do not post
Jeez.
pictures of whoever's stealing the package from your porch because you don't want to violate their privacy. They have rights to.
Gorgeous guy gurus in the house and is correct.
Hey,
wow,
good call.
Shocking,
good call. I bet you
regular Nostradamus.
I bet you're not going to guess what color hat Mr. Magazine has.
People would want to do something like guess the underwear, and then he was going to go like this and pull it up. It's so stupid. What's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing much. We'll start from scratch if you'd like.
Trying to stay warm. Jeez.
Everyone make fun of the idiot cop, right? Close. Close. Cure that rash, Mr. Hot Wheels. There you go. eBay, remember how they terrorized the Steiners from e-commerce bites?
It's funny. I was just talking to one of my employees about that today because he asked if we talk bad about eBay, and I didn't make it sound like we did. I just said no, sales are down. I just say eBay.
Yeah, right. No, we don't pick. Yeah,
but we got into that topic again.
Yeah. So they got a $3 million settlement. They deserve that with pigs' heads, live insects, and all that kind of stuff. So do you remember last week, Mr. Magazine?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. You're lying. Do you remember I mentioned that the China Armed Forces CGC 6.0?
Was that the episode with Random Neighborhood Kid? That wasn't last week.
Heritage
Where was I?
Heritage had up the Army 1943 Army booklet about China.
I do remember that. Yes.
And you wanted to know what it would go for?
Yes, that's right.
Now I've sold this item ungraded for $30 to $40.
Okay. What was the grade again?
6.0.
Okay.
$190 plus buyer's premium. $190.
Not bad. They're talking $150. After the grading's taken out of it.
I will tell you this: if I happen to find,
and 6 isn't really a great grade.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So if I happen to find that, guess where that's going? Off the Heritage, because I get $30 to $40 ungraded for it. Did you see the Heritage Superman 7.0 CGC sold for $2.3 million? Awesome. And in a couple of weeks, because I brought up a Heritage that Kiss magazine, Mr. Magazine is going to be bringing up his latest Heritage win for item of the week in a couple of weeks, and that would be his 9.8 CGC Spider-Man that he bought for $1,380,000. Goodbye.
Is that Spidey 1 or Amazing Fantasy?
Spidey 1.
Wow.
And 9.8. Goodbye.
That's crazy.
I just complimented you on the purchase.
Mine's a 6.5. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't upgrade?
No.
All right.
I'm happy with the 6.5.
Actually, the government fine was $3 million. They still have their suit. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you for setting me straight. I did not know that. All right, we're going to get into the main topic, and going to ask you, Mr. Magazine, as you're reading, you're cheating. Do you resell just for the money, or is there more to it?
There's certainly more to it. I mean, even how many years has it been since eBay? 27 years ago. I mean, we've been collectors since we were kids, so I think that's kind of pushed us into this field. But I definitely enjoy what I'm doing. I like the collectibles, the comics, the sports cards. So I think that helps me. I mean, there's certain things I could sell. If I was selling exotic sports cards, I would love doing that. Obviously, I want to make money though, so I'd rather do something that makes money that I enjoy than doing something I don't enjoy that makes money, or something that doesn't make money that I enjoy. Makes sense?
I got smoke coming out of my ears trying to figure that one out. No, it does make sense.
But yeah, I definitely enjoy it. It helps that we enjoy and collect as part of the whole thing with the reselling. We have knowledge in the field. People come in, I get excited to pick up a good deal or drive to, wherever around the country. It's certainly fun. I mean, if I was selling jeans and making the same amount of money, I don't think I would be happy doing that. I probably would end up finding something else to do.
It's funny you say that, because I didn't use jeans. My example is packing supplies. You can make pretty good money selling packing supplies.
Yeah.
But, if the gentleman that you buy from over in Webster, Ontario, wherever he's located at now, said to you, look, I'll open my books to you, I'm retiring.
Yeah.
And you looked at it and you go, hey, this guy's making a pretty good buck. Mm-hmm. You probably wouldn't buy it, even though he's making a pretty good buck, unless you could buy it and just have your employees run it.
I guess if I can find say for the packing, I could make 10 times my profit, 10 times my sales. Yeah, I would find a way. I mean, that's huge, but I guess if I'm making that much money, I can set aside some time to make a little less, dedicate a little less to it, and still do collectibles. I mean, I guess that's what I would do, but somehow I'd have to find a way to put, sneak something I enjoyed into that somehow.
Yeah, and because I was kind of thinking about it, and one of the things that we're selling at that Whatnot auction, do check it out, President's Day, 3 p.m. Eastern, is glassware. And again, it could be really, really good glassware.
Yeah.
But I do not, let's put it this way. Mr. Magazine is going to be very, very smart. He's going to be guest auctioneer, and then he's going to sprint out of here so fast. It's going to be like the Munsters, and you're going to see his right through, he's going to run right through the wall, getting out of here.
Those flea markets.
He's going to be faster than that.
I was so fast back in the day, and then he's bending down at every table he sees.
He's going to run right through my wall, and there's going to be a silhouette of him there where he does that, because he's not going to want to pack the glassware on the back end.
All the papers flying around. So, yeah.
Are you guys using Auction Ninja at all? I found it is growing quickly, kind of like Heritage. Not even aware of it. I'll have to write that down or keep that up here in Auction Ninja. I will check that out. Definitely. Show me the money. There you go. I do it mostly for the money, but I love doing it. I love being able to buy stuff people need. There you go. Cool. So there's that part of it. I do it for the money. I don't care if I hate the item. I think vintage t-shirts are stupid, but if I can make a buck selling one, I'll do it. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I would say 90% I do for the money and 10% I get real enjoyment from. Plus I do it for social reasons. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. The thrill of the hunt and hitting a big score as a rush. The sound of cha-ching is nice. There you go.
For sure.
There you go.
Yes.
I think last time you went in there, they said, here comes another a-hole. But that's a whole nother story, Eric. We love you. I love the hunt, and I love selling to people who appreciate it.
I love to hear from Don.
There you go.
You're up there, comment. Come on. What do you say, Don?
I do it all for the nookie. There you go. But you can take this cookie. Only 446 in here. Let's hit the like button. There you go. Would appreciate that. 70-30 money versus enjoyment.
Sounds like marriage.
Wow. Wow. I'm not touching that one at all. Yeah, and I guess it's the reason why I wanted to bring this up as well is because a couple of weeks ago over on Pure Hustle podcast, Orlando basically said the same thing. He said he wants to sell things that he enjoys selling.
Yeah.
And I would agree with that, definitely. Again, not that an item here or an item there, if I pick it up and I absolutely know it's good, you'll bite the bullet on it. Yeah. And I'll give the perfect example that I've made. There you go. That I made a lot of money on over time, but it was an excruciating day listing.
Yeah.
It was another dealer had somehow or other done a house call, and I don't know what all they bought, but one of the things that they bought was about, I'm going to guess now, 300 Japanese language books, all novels. You want to talk about an excruciating day of listing, but they go for $10 to $20 a piece. I sell them on Amazon, and I probably sell one a month. And I bought that 2 years ago. So I'm well into the money on them. Of course, it's excruciating trying to find them because I can't read the title. So here I am trying to find them. Luckily, I know which box they're in, and I'm trying to, well, this has a picture of, and then I'll look at the Japanese characters. I'll be like, the other one I remember was like, it looks sort of like J7XZ. So if I see something that sort of looks like J7XZ, that's kind of the one that I want.
Yeah.
But it's excruciating.
Sure.
If that were all that I was able to sell.
Oh, yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to be able to make a little bit of money off that, because that was a one-time deal that I'm making good money off of. But yeah, if I were only selling, I guess I would probably take a class in Japanese and learn some Japanese at that point.
But it's even fun for me sometimes. A guy will come in with, a Ruth Garrick ball one time.
Oh, wow.
I didn't buy it. I mean, he kind of wanted a little high, obviously, but like, it's just cool seeing that stuff. Sometimes I say, hey, great item. I love seeing it, all kinds of, every month something cool comes in. I don't buy it. Or I had a Will Chamberlain rookie, which I had before, sold it many, many moons ago, but it couldn't come to a deal, but you don't see them very often. So you appreciate the rare stuff that comes into the store. Even if I don't buy it, it's still cool to see it.
Right. Yeah, no. And I love the history side of it as well. And it gives me great enjoyment on that. Google Lens probably makes it easier. Yeah, I don't use that. I really need to start using that. Shipping is new. See, I don't mind the shipping too much unless it's oddball stuff. Again, when you don't have the right size packing materials, and sometimes whatnot will screw you up a little bit as well because you sell different size magazines, and one person buys 8 different size magazines. You're going, oh, what box can all this stuff go in?
Mm-hmm.
So that part is kind of annoying as well on that there, but that's kind of, you can't control what people are buying,
Right?
Obviously.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I definitely would say that. Yeah, I do enjoy the money on it. Obviously, it is kind of the end game of it all is to make the money on it. But I really do enjoy listing. I enjoy the history. I enjoy all that kind of stuff out of it. Enjoy seeing the rare stuff. Enjoy being out there. And sometimes I won't even buy the stuff, but just kind of talking to the people about it and going, did you know what this is? This is this. Or they tell me what it is. All the things that you can learn off of it. Shipping paper is so much easier than glassware. Oh, yeah, I would absolutely agree on that.
I think that's 10 billion times easier.
She might be understating it, which is why you're running away at the end of that auction. Yeah. So I think kind of most of us kind of, we at least get some level of enjoyment out of it. Because again, I could, some years I do well. In some years I could be working at the Gap and making more money.
Yeah.
I would not enjoy working at the Gap, I don't believe. I resell for the freedom of hopefully not working for the corporate world. The money is nice, but I'd rather spend my time doing something I enjoy than being miserable. I think that's well put. Very, very well put. Very well put. I just love this gig. Yeah. Yeah. That's good to hear though.
Yeah.
Good to hear. I sell for extra money and to clear out my house. I've been a collector for 60 years. Wow. My kids do not want any of it. Yeah. I know that. Definitely.
A lot of that going around.
Yeah. An awful lot of it going around, and not boding well for reselling in 25 years, but not my problem at that point. The worst part is jackass buyers lowballing and not paying. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah. That's annoying. Or them lowballing. You finally take their offer and then they want to return it. That's annoying too. That happens regularly as well.
I mean, obviously more good than bad. All the negative
definitely.
Things we say, this is slow, that's slow, putrid, but in the grand scheme of things, it's fun. We enjoy it, and there's definitely more good than bad.
Well, I will say this. Every day I get up early, and I don't check my email till I come downstairs. And every day, I don't know what's sold. As far as, was it a great night? Was it a bad night? Do I have a lot of stuff to find? Do I not have very much stuff to find? How were things? And every day, it's almost like Christmas morning. That's like, oh, I could have sold 8 items. I could have gotten 12 offers. It never happens. Yeah. Happens once a year, just like Christmas. But but you never know. You wake up and you're like, today is a brand new day. Every day is a brand new day, and could be the day that you make all the big sales.
Yeah.
Hope springs eternal, I guess, is what I'm trying to say on it. And there aren't a lot of other jobs out there that you can feel that way. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think. And again, there's a very limited skill set that I have. I mean, I'm not going to be working at Mr. Tire changing tires. I would be horrible at it. But let's say that I decided after I retired in 8 weeks. Yeah, you're laughing because you know how bad I'd be at that. But 8 weeks, 2 days, I said, I've always wanted to change tires. Okay, that would get old really fast because every day tires are coming in and you're changing them.
You be walking around like this. Oh, God. It takes a toll.
Yeah, it
something
does,
easy, like Chinese books,
Japanese books, or helping 80-year-old ladies move dressers at estate sales. Yeah, that's real easy. God bless Eric. He's been a mover for a while, and God bless him. I don't know how he does it. I got new respect for Eric out of doing that over there, but a whole nother story. Much less stressful to do this than most other jobs. Yeah. Yep. And especially, I can't say the same for Mr. Magazine necessarily because he has a lot of headaches that I don't have. You have the employees, and you have a need to make sales
every day.
And you also have a need to make the sales.
Right.
If I went without sales for a month, I wouldn't enjoy it, but it wouldn't destroy me as far as that goes. I'd start collecting some money somebody owes me. But that's a whole nother story. The Gap, do you still shop at Sears? Is the Gap not around, Eric? I don't know. I'm not hip like you.
I think it is in certain locations. I think they...
Oh, sorry, Eric.
I think they closed a bunch of stores.
Did they?
I think so.
Sorry, Eric. I'm not cool like you. Route 21 or wherever it is that you shop at.
Oh, goodness. I bust my wife's chops about that. Route 42 still bad for you.
All right, we're going to head on into the rambling story of the week. And Mr. Magazine actually asked if he could share this one, and it's actually a pretty good story.
So I've been banking at multiple banks for many years. I'm not going to say any names. Built relationships with them. This one bank that I go to regularly.
Are any of them behind us by any chance?
No comment. Anyway, so the head teller, I have a relationship with her. We joke about the Bills. She's a Bills fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. Whatever, we go back and forth. But they like me there. Always busting chops, whatever. So one day, this other teller, that's another nice lady, gave me my money. I think it was about $2,000. It was 1,000 in hundreds and 1,000 in 20s. I went back to work. A few hours later, I got a call and said, I think we gave you an extra 100. Our drawer's not right, whatever, something like that. I said, well, I'll check, but fortunately for me, I didn't spend any of the money. So I still had the 10 100s and whatever the 1,020s is. I had that. And I said, no, we're good here. I think the next day I said I would check and I would go see her the next day. So I went in and she checked with all the people she waited on and nothing. So she's short 100. And so the head teller was telling me, like, she might be in trouble. She might get fired or whatever. And I guess at the end of the month, the head teller has to put in all the losses. So that would be a $100 loss. But if it's a $70 loss, you don't have to put it in. So it must be some rule they use by, over, under, whatever. So she, I think she trusted me enough to tell me this and asked me this favor if I would kick in $30 and it would make her drawer 70 short. And then she wouldn't have to put it in, hence not lose her job. So I didn't hesitate. It's a nice lady. It was only $30. If they said the whole 100, I'd have to say, geez, why am I the one? But for $30, I did it. I don't know if the lady knows I did it or not, but she knows that she still has her job because somehow there was $30 found a way into her drawer. But, it was a nice thing for $30. They're nice people over there. I didn't mind doing it. It's something that probably they could have gotten in trouble, but they trusted me to, ask that favor of me. So.
No, and I will say this is probably the nicest thing you've ever done, Mark.
Who's Mark? It went over my head, I think.
That's when you're at the carnival and you see the sucker coming along.
Oh, okay, the Mark. Oh, yes, exactly. Well, it's funny. My wife does it every day to me. She was, my wallet's $30 short. Can you give me $30? And I just give it to her. So I'm kind of used to that. So.
Well, the crazy thing about it was that 48 people all donated $30 to the banker. So
exactly. They had this big party and
it's amazing how that all worked.
I saw them all eating it, but yeah.
Well, they'll let you play carnival games afterwards. So
exactly. But that was odd, but I didn't mind doing that. So.
There you go. Remember how you paid me last week? I think I was $30 short, oddly.
Yeah, me too.
It's amazing. Amazing how that worked.
One time I owed you like 10 grand. I paid you 11.
Of course you did. Actually, this one's a quick little offshoot of that. It's actually really funny. So Mr. Magazine gives me money from time to time, and I usually count it for, just to make sure for both of us. He gave me the money. He put an extra $5 bill in it to see if I was being honest or not. And he put it down, and I go, yeah, you're always right. And I put it in my pocket. And he's like, no, count it. I legitimately just go, I know it's all there.
The one time out of 100. Oh, jeez.
All right, everybody. We had a lot of fun tonight. Great show tonight. Definitely do hit the like button if you could. Definitely do appreciate all of you.
For sure.
Do reach out to me if anybody's interested in 9.0 Famous Monsters with Kiss on.
$2. Double your money.
I have fees.
Oh.
Great little item over here, though. 9.0 graded. Great item right over there. Do reach out if you're interested in that. hello@papergoy.com. Stop on by Whatnot tomorrow, Thursday, 4 p.m. With some great books. Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And right on your calendar, 3 p.m. on President's Day. You definitely want to check that out. A lot of great things that we don't usually sell, glassware and the like. Going to get some really, really good deals over there. And Mr. Magazine will be guest auctioning over there. So definitely do appreciate all of you. Great show.
Thank you, Enrod.
Yep. Thank you very much. And do reach out to me, Enrod. I'll give you any help you need over on Whatnot. Definitely, we're all in it together, and it's a great site. I love it.
Wants to buy that.
We'll talk. We'll talk. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. And we will see you next show.
Take care. Bye-bye.